However, I think that with discussions like this, if we start having these discussions in the private sector and the public sector and with employers, and when we ourselves become managers, we will have known from our experiences. I think part of the reason is also that currently those in power live in their own privileged bubble and not able to see past that. So I think there is hope, and I think that will change, hopefully by the time they come out, if we continue this. So thank you.
Knowing that there is potential out there. The potential is boundless as long as you work for it, as long as you ask the right questions to the right people.
I think I came to this country, I left Bangladesh in 1998. It was my choice. I've never told him that I'm here for him. That's a wrong conception. If you wanted to leave, or if you want to leave, you can pack up your bag and leave. So you shouldn't be telling your child, I'm here for you. You're here for yourself. Number one. I never told him that, and I don't believe in it myself. For the dreams, I'm studying towards my law degree. My husband has his own MBA, he did his undergrad from the States. I never told him you have to come home with an A. I told him, even if you come with a C, come with a C and just tell yourself, did you work hard enough? You don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be an engineer. A person will live 70 years. Do what you love to do. You don't have to be a teacher. You can be a janitor. I don't care. But be what you want to be. There shouldn't be any pressure. There already are pressured. That's two observations of myself. A question for you guys would be, when you changed your name to get an interview or things like that, if someone would come to you and say, do you think I should change the name to get an interview? Aren't you being a victim of the system yourself? Like you're playing into it, right? Because I've been living 18 years outside of my country, I've never changed my name. I would never ever change my name. But again, I don't blame you guys, you had to, what you had to. But would you advise someone to change their name?
Our legal system to our social system, no one tells you to change your name. The reality is, like you said, you do have to change your name to get the entry-level job. I think as long as the individual remembers that the name change is not because they wanted to, and it's not something that's permanent, and they continue to recognize that you are still part of a diaspora, you're still culturally involved, I think that's fine. You can change your name, but as long as you are Bengali Canadian, Chinese Canadian, whatever it may be, remember that. And when you move forward, when you become managers, when you hire other people, take a look at the person. Remember that maybe once upon a time nobody gave you a chance because of your name. But make sure that you don't do that again when you get up there.
Thank you guys for everything that you guys do. But at this point, I think we will more or less come to you guys for advice. But always be proud of who you are as well. Never succumb to other people's. For example, like my parents, they always had to change their name. They use their legal white name, I guess you could say, because it's easier. They've always spoken only, or tried to speak only in English, never in Chinese in public. But what's the point? Just be yourself. Be proud of where you come from, and know that your roots are where you are, or who you are.
Request to the parents is that, especially the Bengali parents, they always wanted to give us, the kids, the best, protect us from everything. Sometimes go study, don't do the dishes and everything. But please, moms and dad, you cannot protect me from everything. It's at some point I have to go out there, be in the rain, face the heat, face the cold, because it is me individual. So your parent, you wanted to protect in every way you can, but reality, you cannot protect me from everything. So try to help me being strong enough wherever I am, I can make myself safe and happy and healthy and everything. That's only one request I would like to do to my parents and every parents, that be friends. We try to please be friend with us.
I guess what I would tell my parents, and I think many of the other parents, is that you guys should be happy, and you guys should like at least. So I think one of the things that parents do is they sacrifice themselves in a way. And to the mom over there, well done. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. But I think a lot of the other parents, especially a different, some of the older parents, I have this idea that if they sacrifice themselves just for their for their children, then their children will be the best. But when your children grow up watching you struggle and be miserable, it really has a negative impact on them, and that's one of the biggest struggles. So just be happy, because watching you guys be happy and actually enjoy your life that's like peace of mind for me. For example, when I'm outside, I will be happy that I know my parents are happy, for example. I know all of you guys are okay, because then I don't have to worry about that. And that's a huge burden that's on my shoulder, for example.
Here, then when I meet my youth group, they're going to be so unhappy, so I had to say something. I was asked by this young gentleman over here a few weeks ago that what advice I would give to the parents in an interview, and all I said is, actually we don't need to give any advice to the youth, so that would be my advice to the parents, because I think we forget to appreciate the fact that we have left a totally different social structure, social values, and come to a totally new one, right? And the kids here, they're actually growing up with these values. And I gave an example that, the fear or uneasiness around homosexuality, for an example, and I'll be very open and honest about it, right? As much openness as you show in meetings and other stuff, you go home and you always worry that first, is your kid becoming some way like, homosexual, or if he or she if they have friends who are of that, orientation. And in both cases, you're worried, right? So all these small things, you don't appreciate the fact that we're in a society where it's absolutely normal, we're open and accepting all kind of orientation. Just an example, right? So I told through the media to the parents that don't worry about advising children, right? First, we have to train ourselves to be in this society, in this country, with its values, right? So that was one. And to the children, yes, I'm pretty older than you, so I'll call you children, right? All of you said nice words like, to your parents that, take it easy, but they will not take it easy. That's just parents, right? Not here, not in Bangladesh. When I was living in Bangladesh, my mom is still in Bangladesh, and I always tell her, every night she calls me and I tell her that, don't worry, I have so many friends here, I'm so busy I can't even find time to talk to you. But she'll always be worried. So it's just how parents are. But what you can do is give them the assurance that you are respecting their values. You don't have to live by every single value, but show the sense of respect to them, right? And Sejoni, I know your parents are very open-minded. I know a few panel speakers here, their families, they're very open-minded, supportive. Just carry this message, show this to the other parents, right? Share this. Come to the youth group meetings that we have. Even in this venue, we have youth group meetings, right? Inspire them, right? Share your stories. So, and you talk about, becoming a role model. Don't take the pressure. Just be yourself. You are already a role model, right? Because most of the people you see here, us sitting here, we are not even, at this age, we are not up to the level that you have achieved already, right? So you are already role models. So appreciate that fact, have fun, and just come back to us. Come back to us, sit with us, share your story, and that will be the best thing you could do. Thank you so much.
If I were to answer your first question, answer the question, what's the one thing you would tell your parents, and the message of don't worry, my goodness, absolutely. If you're a reflection, and I believe you are, of the new generation, or first generation and second generation immigrants to this country, we are blessed to have your skills and talent, perseverance, all of the kind of qualities that you exhibited today. You are an amazing group of young people. Let me just say that. But on the other hand, you are a successful group as well, and there are some parents have talked about others who are struggling more. So 2 valedictorians out of how many, or unless there were other valedictorians in this group, you really have been high achievers. So I think trying to figure out pathways for the others who may not have that extra internal drive or the circumstances they face or the structural problems they face, ways to assist them. I'd also just say that one very important way to address structural challenges or systemic racism, homophobia, poverty, all of the things that we know deepen the marginalization that newcomers face. The way to approach those are through political means and engaging in the political process. We can make changes at the local, provincial, and federal level, and don't underestimate how much influence you can have. Whether it is part of an external stakeholder group that can bring pressure on a particular issue, working directly with political parties, or being engaged in politics more generally, get involved. You really can make a difference.
Thank you. Any other questions?
থিয়েটার ফোকস টরন্টোর পক্ষ থেকে আমরা আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানটি আয়োজন করেছি। অনুষ্ঠানের নাম দিয়েছি আমরা টাইম টু টক। আপনারা যদি আমাদের কমিউনিটি ইভেন্টগুলোর দিকে লক্ষ্য রাখেন, দেখেন সেই সব অনুষ্ঠানে মূলত আমরা যারা সিনিয়র বা যারা প্যারেন্টস আমরা কথা বলি, এবং আমরা আশা করি যে আমাদের পরবর্তী যে প্রজন্ম, আমাদের সন্তান যারা, তারা কথা শুনবে এবং আমরা অনেক ভালো ভালো কথা বলবো। কিন্তু আমরা প্রায়শই ভুলে যাই যে কমিউনিটি ডেভেলপমেন্টে একটি বড় ভূমিকা হচ্ছে ইউথ এবং ইয়াং অ্যাডাল্টদের। তাদের কথা কিন্তু আমরা বিভিন্ন কারণে শুনতে পাচ্ছি না, কিংবা এমন কোনো আয়োজন করছি না, কিংবা এমন কোনো প্ল্যাটফর্ম নেই যেখানে তাদের কথা আমরা শুনতে পারি। সুতরাং এরকম একটি প্ল্যাটফর্ম তৈরি করবার চেষ্টাতেই এবং এই ইয়াং জেনারেশনদের কথা শুনবার জন্যই কিন্তু আমরা আজকের এই আয়োজনটি করেছি। এবং মূলত আমরা নাটক নিয়ে কাজ করব, এবং সেই নাটকে ইয়াংদেরকেই আমরা প্রাধান্য দেব, এবং ইয়াং অ্যাডাল্টস এদেরকে নিয়ে আমরা কাজ করব। তাদেরকে নিয়ে কাজ করতে হলে তাদের দৃষ্টিভঙ্গি কী, বিভিন্ন বিষয়ে তারা কিভাবে বেড়ে উঠছে, তাদের চ্যালেঞ্জগুলো কী কী, তাদের অ্যাচিভমেন্টগুলো কী কী, কিংবা তারা স্বপ্নই বা দেখছে কেমন, সেগুলোকে না জানলে আমরা নাটকে সেগুলো আনতে পারবো না। তার চেয়ে সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হলো কমিউনিটির উন্নয়নের জন্য আমাদেরকে এবং মিউচুয়াল আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিংয়ের মধ্য দিয়ে তাদেরকে বুঝতে হবে। আমাদের সন্তানদেরকে আমরা বুঝতে পারলে আমরা ভালো থাকবো, আমাদের সন্তানরা ভালো থাকবে, এবং তাদের বুঝবার জন্যে তাদেরকে বেশি বেশি করে আমাদেরকে শুনতে হবে। এরকমের একটি প্রচেষ্টা থেকেই আমরা আসলে আজকের এই আয়োজনটি করেছি।